Did you know that even though there are tens of thousands of words in the English language, you really only need about 3,000 of them to say anything you need to say? I'm teaching 3,000 words in 3,000 days. Stick with me and you'll get a new word every day. Correct, correct. Correct has a few meanings. It can mean accurate, proper, formal. If you're looking at the adjective, it can also be a verb. And the pronunciation is the same for correct as an adjective as it is for a verb. Correct can mean to amend or to offset. It can also mean to punish. So some synonyms we might be looking at for correct if we're looking at it as some synonyms we might be looking at if we're looking at it as an adjective are accurate, true, precise, or proper. Some other synonyms we might find are acceptable, satisfactory, or respectable. If we're looking at the verbs, we would want amend as synonym. Amend means to correct or to change, to add to. Remedy, rectify. Correct can be to neutralize or to counteract. So if you're going to correct, you're driving and you kind of veer off to the side, you're going to correct your driving, you'll bring it back into the lane. You'll counteract what you were just doing by bringing it back into the right lane. And correct can mean to punish. So punish has a very negative connotation, but correct or correction, I can take correction. That means that somebody can tell me what I've done that's wrong and I can make a change. We actually call the people who work in prisons corrections officers because that's the use of it as a punishment. Please make sure you have the correct answer before you submit the test. Here, we're looking at the basic meaning, correct meaning objectively right or true. The librarian helped me find the correct information for my research paper. This is the appropriate or the accurate information. It's polite to correct someone gently if they make a mistake. So correct someone means to point out and fix an error. It's polite to correct them, but you want to do it in private. The mechanic will correct the problem with the brakes before tomorrow. They're going to fix. So fix, repair, or adjust are some synonyms. Although his facts were correct, his tone was not politically correct. So his facts can be correct. What he's saying is right. However, the way he says it, his implied meaning can be politically incorrect. So politically correct has a very strong social and cultural connotation, referring to language or actions that intend to avoid offending particular groups. Let me give you an example. If a person says that their pronouns are they, them, because they don't feel like they identify with any one gender, but you look at them and you think, this person looks like a female. So you call them she, either in their presence or outside of their presence. That is politically incorrect because we should be able to make our own choices and then have those choices respected. If a person doesn't feel like they identify with a certain group, they can make that distinction themselves and we should respect it. That is the politically correct way to show respect. Political correctness is often about respect. In some cases, and to some groups of people within the United States, political correctness can feel like it has been weaponized. So that's a whole debate we can have about political correctness. The opposite of correct is incorrect. it just takes on the prefix in, which makes it opposite. So if you have a word like correct, or there are lots of words, we put an in or an un or an we put an in, un, or an im in front of, will make it opposite. For example, the word moral, immoral is the opposite. The noun is correction or correctness. Now these are two different words and they have different meanings, but they are both nouns based on the word correct. So we have correction, that is the act of me saying what you did just now was wrong and you need to change it. Okay, that's a correction. Correctness is the quality of being correct. And so when we're talking about political correctness, we're talking about the quality of it. This ness means the quality of. The verb is to correct, the adjective is correct, and the adverb is correctly. Notice in all of these, the accent doesn't change. It's correct, correct as a verb, correct as an adjective, and correctly as an adverb.
I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Use it 5 times today, write it down, commit it to memory, and I'll see you in the next lesson.